Look, so check this out. So I asked Google, I say, Google, in 2025, how many owner operators are there in the US? And Google came back and said that in the US it's estimated that it's 587,000 owner operators, ranging from cargo vans, dump trucks, and trucks, right? I said, all right, cool. So out of that 587,000, what is the average age that owner operators retire? Of course, Google came back. Google said most owner operators retire in their mid 60s, meaning between 64 and 67 years old. And so, of course, that made me think like, okay, well, most people don't start driving like in their 50s. Like nobody gonna wait till they 50 to start driving. Most people start driving most likely in their 20s and their 30s. You rarely hear somebody be like, I've been doing this all my life and all of a sudden in my 40s, I'm gonna try to be a owner operator. No, it's usually 20s and 30s. So if you start in your 20s, that means that most likely you're gonna drive for almost 40 years. And if you start in your 30s, you'll probably drive for about 30 years, right? Just logically speaking, numbers, right? And so then I asked it, I said, okay, well, out of that 587,000 retiring at 65 years old, how many of them become millionaires by the time they retire? Google came back, said the number is so small that it's most likely a very few. Most owner operators do not retire as millionaires, as the industry is known for high expenses and variable incomes, with many owner operators struggling to make ends meet. Now this is Google telling me this. This is like the AI overview of Google. I'm just gonna let that marinate for a little bit. What's up, YouTube? It's RJ. So I'm not gonna hold you guys like usual. I'm gonna try to just provide value, but just that number, those statistics, like it actually shocked me. And I've been doing this shit for 20 years. Like, mind you, I've been driving for 20 years, so it's probably accurate. Because if I got my license when I was, when I was 21. So if I drive until I'm 65, it would be 40 years. Like, no bullshit. It would be me driving for 40 years. If I didn't make this conscious decision right now to be like, you know what? I'm going to put all my focus into really like creating generational wealth, and I'm not going to focus more so on this, I would most likely be still doing it for 20 years. Still struggling, still trying to figure out, still buying this truck, still moving on to this truck, going from this company to that company, right? And so I want you guys to really, really listen to that number, right? And it's three numbers that's very important, especially to somebody like me, especially once I'm started to think outside the box, not really think about just being an owner operator and that's it, like just finding ways to make money as an owner operator, but actually really thinking about like creating generational wealth for my family and like helping as many people as I can. Those three numbers really made the most difference to me. One, how many owner operators there are right now. Two, the average age of them retiring, and how many of them retire successful. Like when I say as a millionaire, I mean, you honestly, when you retire, you want to have money put to the side. Like, I want to retire as a millionaire, meaning even if I did drive till I was 65, if I'm driving till I'm 65, I want to have money to the side to where I don't have to work for the rest of my life. And I'm planning on living till I'm at least 85. So that means for a whole nother 20 years, I have to try to figure out how to make money. Am I using like SSI checks or am I trying to get money from my kids? Like, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I got everything paid off and I don't have a lot of bills. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't really want to live like that. And a lot of people that's in their 65 that retire, most of them have like regular jobs and now their job is paying them for the rest of those 20 years. But as an owner operator, you know we ain't got that shit. Ain't no retirement plan, ain't no 401k. It's 401U. That's it. That's it. It ain't no K. It's you. That's it. If you don't put money to the side, when you retire, you're gonna be like trying to do little odd jobs or or begging other people or hoping that your kids actually take care of you like you took care of them. And we all know that shit don't always happen, right? But for the simple fact that it's so many of them, it's so many owner operators, you have to work till you're old, and you work till you're old and you still don't make no money. You still don't end up with anything. That sounds like a 9 to 5 to me. I'm just saying. And again, don't come at me in these comments, because you need to understand I've been doing this shit for a long time. I'm really like I said, my whole life has been in transportation. So I really feel like I have the right to speak my mind. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to change other people's thought pattern that's just starting. If you're in your 20s and your 30s and you don't see yourself doing this shit for 40 years, 30 years, why continuously do it? You might as well like change it and try to start making money and make generational wealth, and you can live the rest of your life. You don't have to drive for 20 years like me and then figure it out and then live the rest of your life. Like, best believe the next 40 years of my life is going to be amazing, because I'm not stopping. I see it. I see so many people doing it, and I have a program, and I understand that it is absolutely 100% possible. Like, I have not one thought in my mind that it won't happen. And what's crazy is because as an owner operator, I've never had that thought. I've never had like a job, or I went and got like a truck, or I got on with a company and I thought to myself, this shit is going to make me a millionaire. Not once. 20 years, not once. Not once did I went and got like a brand new truck once, and I had like a new contract. And even then, I didn't think that shit was going to make me a millionaire. I thought to myself, oh yeah, now I'm going to be able to make like, 6 figures, and I'm going to be able to go out and I'm going to be able to do this. And you know what I'm saying? But not once did I think that being an owner operator would make me generational wealth. And I'm trying to tell you guys, if you're not thinking about that, if you're not thinking about generational wealth, shame on you. Like, something's wrong with you. I really want you to open your eyes and understand that this shit is really, it can really happen. You can really change people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know when I was being an owner operator for these 20 years, I was mostly selfish, just thinking about me and my immediate family. That's it. I wasn't thinking about my kids' kids. I was just thinking about my immediate family, everybody that I see every day. And as long as I'm able to do shit for them, and we can, have what we want, and I could buy my kids clothes and shit, that I was good. But I'm telling you, like, if you're in your 20s or your 30s, I promise you, once you get to like your 40s, you need to start thinking more so of generational wealth. You start thinking about your future, your wife's future, your kids' future. Start thinking about life, when you're not here. You know what I'm saying? Start thinking about creating programs to where your kids won't have to work. You done set up an asset to where that asset is making money. Now your kids are good. And I'm talking about still raising your kids, like still raising them right. So they still good humans. Now they're just good humans with money. And you know what good humans with money do? They do good shit. Like, they actually take care of people. They actually help people. I'm not saying like they go and start nonprofits, but if you're a good human and you have money, like, for the most part, you're going to do what's right about it. You're not just going to go ball off and like get a whole bunch of drugs and just go crazy. Like, so just understand, like, I really want you guys to open up your eyes. Open up your mind, open up your heart, like, for real. These last 20 years was just, it was more so selfish of me. You know what I'm saying? To not really think of more than myself. Being an owner operator was easy. I had to just go pick this shit up and drop the shit off, and I make a little change. Becoming a millionaire, it might not be that easy. But I know that if I'm willing to work and I'm willing to do it, that I can bless so many more people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even just about my kids. Now I can, if I'm a millionaire, I can bless my aunt. I can bless my cousins. You know what I'm saying? I can bless my sister. I could bless people in New Orleans. Like, I could bless people, my wife's family, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, like her brother. Like, it's so many people you can bless and you can help change their whole lives. If I can make money and I give it to my cousin who has 3 kids, he's struggling. But if I'm able to give him money and teach him how to make more money, And now his kids have a whole different life because of what I've given him and what I've taught him. I've not only changed his life, I've literally changed his kids' life and most likely his kids' lives by just investing some money from that I have. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not about to just do no bullshit with, but investing in him and investing in his future and his family's future. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't think becoming a millionaire just means that you can go and buy yachts and all this other shit. Like, I'm not even doing it for that. Like, I'm trying to create generational wealth so I can really bless people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I really hope you guys are in that same predicament. I really hope that you guys are really like trying to do that as well, because that's going to be the most happiness that you're going to ever find. Like the pursuit of happiness is you really investing in other people. God put us all here together. So he wants us to love on other people. And it doesn't just stop with you and your kids. So I just wanted to like kind of open you guys' eyes, man, and just understand like what's really happening. And I'm not saying don't be an owner operator. Like I want to always emphasize that. Like I'm not saying you don't be an owner operator. I'm not saying don't get your CDL or don't go buy a cargo van. Like I'm not saying none of that because I've been doing this shit for 20 years. But I'm telling you, if you're doing it, you better treat it like a 9-to-5 and put money to the side. You better invest in your future, invest in a product, invest in an online business, something that could create money for you nonstop. Because if you're just working as an owner operator, you're still a 9-to-5er. You still in that rat race. That shit ain't going nowhere. You still working and giving all your body and your time to make money. And it's still a limited resource. Your body and time are both limited. So you're going to have to pick one. Like for real. So I'm trying to help you guys take your body out of that equation and start making money in your sleep. Like start making money to where you don't have to kill yourself. Start really paying attention to a lot of older owner operators. Start talking to them. Go up to somebody that's been doing it for a while and ask them if they could go back, would they change something? And they're most likely to tell you they would. I would. You find me in these streets, I guarantee you, I'm going to spit a whole bunch of game to you. I'm going to change your life. I'm going to have it to where you're a millionaire in 5 years, rather than you driving for 40 years and still don't become a millionaire. Like for real. I know my last video was kind of long, so I'm trying to keep this one short, but I really just hope that it really motivates and inspires somebody to kind of look outside the box. Understand that being an owner operator is great. You can provide for your family, but if you're looking kind of beyond that, you're going to have to figure something else out. You're going to have to use that money that you're making. If you're making $2,500 a week or $2,000 a week, whatever you're making, you're going to have to figure out how to put some money to the side for your future. Because being an owner operator isn't a future. Most of them that retire at 65, they can't do shit after that. It ain't no going out and going on trips and shit. No, they body hurt. You know what I'm saying? They always resting. They've been driving and bouncing and all this shit, moving stuff, cranking everything for like damn near 40 years. And they got kids who just got out of high school that's becoming millionaires online. Like, please open it up. Like my age group, we used to think that if you don't work hard, you ain't shit. Like, you don't get that respect. So when I was younger, I used to look at people making money online like, oh, that's some punk stuff. Like, I'm not about to do that. Like, I work hard. I'm out here in the mud. I'm getting it. And now that I'm older, I understand like that doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. It doesn't make sense to kill your body and to kill yourself and don't have time with your family, don't have time for your kids, and don't have time to work out, don't have time to eat right. You know what I'm saying? Don't have time to learn a new skill because you're always in a truck driving. Eating and driving, stopping at a gas station, eating and driving. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want you to think that you're going to progress that way, because you're not. If you own an operator and you're making good money, I'm just telling you right now, if you're making damn near $2,000 to $3,000 a week, that's your cap. And that's no cap. You know what I'm saying? That's your cap. There's not a lot of people out here that's driving that's making more than $3,000 a week. Unless you're doing like, I don't know, oil or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, the most I ever made was $3,000 a week, and I made it consistently. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still not in the position where I should be. So that should tell you, like, I should have been investing that money, especially if I'm making way more than my bills. I should have been investing that money in some kind of online business that could have been working for me while I'm still working, making good money. So if you seeing this and you currently making good money, please, man, please, please, please invest it in yourself or online business. And I promise you it's going to change your life. Whatever trajectory your life is going at in this truck, once you start that business, it's going to drastically change. You'll be surprised what you can do in 5 years outside the truck. All right. And so the last thing I'm going to tell you guys is don't think that since you're an owner operator that you can't do this. You can't learn about AI. You can't learn about digital marketing. You can't learn about online businesses. Do not think that you can't do that. See, it's a misconception that a lot of people really think that owner operators, like, we slow and we dumb. You know what I'm saying? Because all we do is drive and we pick stuff up and we bringing stuff there, and then we be looking dirty and shit all the time. We be walking funny. Like, so they think that we not even intelligent. But I challenge you, man. I really challenge you to really try to learn this shit. Learn about digital marketing. You know what I'm saying? Learn about online businesses. Learn about creating generational wealth, not just regular wealth, generational wealth. I believe 100% you can do it because I'm doing it right now. I've made money online. So I know that it's possible. And all my life, I have never done that shit at all. Not once. I haven't made one penny online before until I put my focus into it. And now I'm 100% focused on it. And it's happening. So I'm so passionate about it because I really want you guys to see it as well. Don't beat your body up, man, please. Like, for real. Your family, your wife, your kids, they deserve to have you being able to play with their kids, like with your grandkids. You don't want to have a bad back trying to lift up your grandkid. Like, I want you to see the future. I want you to see where you're going right now. You know what I'm saying? This is your GPS wake up call. All right. So like I said, just please, I hope that it motivated somebody. I hope that it inspired somebody. I'm sorry if it was a little long, but it was just placed on my heart and I had to kind of pull over, and I just want to speak that to you guys. Like, those numbers, like how many owner operators that don't retire millionaires, is something that you really need to pay attention to. And if you're trying to like learn different ways to make money online, I have a newsletter. I'm creating a newsletter. It's going to be in PDF form to where you can print them out, take them with you if you want. You can read them. You ain't got to always be on your phone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to try to make sure that I provide value, like nonstop, and put it in terms that owner operators like us can understand. Like, I don't want all that fluff. I don't want it to have a whole bunch of shit that you don't even need, and all it's doing is confusing you. I'm gonna get straight to the nitty gritty. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. And so that's what my newsletter is going to be about, because I want it to be to where if I received a newsletter from somebody that's helping me make money online, I want to know exactly what I got to do. I don't want no background story, no nothing like that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm creating something that I feel like I would want. You know what I'm saying? That for somebody to send me. So the link is in the description. When you do subscribe to the newsletter, you will get a PDF teaching you how to make your first 1,000 online, like I did, right? And it also has an audio with it. So you join the newsletter, you get the PDF, and you get the audio. It's going to go straight to your email. All right. So I really hope that this helped people. You know what I'm saying? And look, and so also just understand I do have the MRR bundle, the 12-pack bundle that I started with, that I made my first $1,000 online. I do have it in the description as well. It has master resale rights, so once you buy it, you can do whatever you want to it. You can change it up, you can change the price, you can change the name, however you want to do it. If you want to do it like me, I put it on different free sites, Etsy, I put it on, eBay, I put it on Craigslist. You know what I'm saying? Like, and once I made money from it, then I started an actual funnel to it. So that's how I made my first $1,000. So if you want to do that as well, you can also do that. But it's in the description. I'm not on here to try to sell that shit. I'm just letting you know exactly what I'm doing to make my money. Right? So I really hope this has blessed somebody, man. I really hope you guys have like a wonderful weekend, like for real, and really focus on your future. Don't just focus on the now. Focus on your future. Start thinking about your kids' kids. Start thinking about generational wealth. Start thinking about not retiring at 65. For real. It'll change your life. All right. I love you guys.